Good. My second. Okay. Motion passes. Good. Two people.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you for coming to the meeting today. We're going to discuss the possible reallocation of local income tax revenues. The Carroll County Council, in accordance with Indiana Code regarding local income tax, LIT, including but not limited to IC Code 6-3-6, is giving notice that they will be discussing and considering the reallocation of LIT revenues among taxing units within the jurisdiction. Discussions will be held concerning raising LIT EMS revenue. Any reallocation may affect the distribution of revenues and may impact your unit's future LIT funding. May. Remember that word. So the purpose of reallocation would be increasing LIT revenue for EMS services is the main purpose of that's going to arise from public input here. So affected taxing units, all units currently receiving LIT distribution. So Jackie Clements is with us today, sorry, to answer specific questions about this. She's our resident expert, and so let's approach this with questions and as well as statements, please.
They need to come up to the podium.
If you would, there's a microphone at the podium, so you need to come up to the podium to ask your questions. Jackie, is there anything else I should open up with? So let's open up.
Excuse me, Alan Jackson, Burlington Township trustee. I would like, before maybe we have questions, maybe you could explain more what the intent of the reallocation is for and why.
Okay.
Yep.
What, it has, do I need a mic?
It'd be helpful. You want to do this over there?
I'm not sure.
No, we can add it a little closer. It'll get closer.
Will that work? So, they have not decided whether they were going to reallocate or whether they would add new tax. That decision hasn't been made. But because they had not made that decision, they had to notify everybody. I can tell you that the EMS budget for the year of 2025 was $1.7 million, and their revenue that they bring in is $587,000 estimate. So they're about $1.1 million short of what it takes. So that is using property tax dollars to run that EMS service, and it's putting the burden on property taxes as opposed to everybody uses the service. So their big concern is the huge difference between the revenue coming in and the amount of their expenses, which is what brought this about. But as far as reallocating or adding new, that decision hadn't been made, but they needed to notify everybody in case they did decide to reallocate.
Point of clarification, the $500,000 that's coming in from where?
From the fees that they
Fees
collect.
that they collect.
Yeah.
Did that answer your question, Al? Kind of a general overview of why we want to discuss it at least.
Basically, yes.
So at this point, I think the audience should come forward and ask questions that they have.
Okay, Karen Dinger, Clerk Treasurer for Burlington. I guess my main questions would be, if this was reallocated, when would this take effect? Would this be affecting our 2026 budget? Because many of us are working, our 2026 budget or have not had our DLGF meeting yet, so that's important for us to know. Also, what, if it was reallocated, what lit revenue would it be allocated from? For instance, we get lit levy freeze, we get lit levy certified shares. You know, where would this be coming from, so we would know where the reduction of revenue would be hitting us? And then also, do we have a possible percentage that you guys are thinking of if this is reallocated? Those are my questions.
So, I mean, me personally, I'm not going to be for reallocating. I'm going to be for adding new. So I can't speak for everyone, but I'm pretty familiar with the lit EMS tax. I've seen it with Clinton County. I've seen it with Cass County. I've seen it with other counties surrounding that is our similar size, tax base, and population. I think it's a really good thing, in my opinion. It's successful for the people that implements it, and you know, hearing some stuff with the bills that the state's introducing, and I've talked to a couple trustees and some fears that multiple people have. I think it's a safe way for us to commit to public safety and commit to our citizens that we're going to provide public safety. And I mean, that's a passion of mine, but I think that's important to everyone sitting up here. And so my intentions would be not to take money away from, the libraries that's sitting here, the townships, and the cities. So me personally, can't speak for everyone else, but that's what I'm going for.
The year 2026, Jackie, is that?
Yes,
Okay.
if you adopt the tax or make your change, however you do it, by October 31st, it would affect the 2026 budget. If they adopt the new tax, it won't affect anybody, any of the units.
And correct me if I'm wrong, but wasn't it like, is it .02?
It's
Is
0.2%.
0.2%, which, so if someone makes like 50,000 a year, that's going to be like $100 around in there. Is that?
Yeah.
That's the number. If it kind of makes you see, if you make, it's going to be $100 around that. If the 50,000.
For the new tax or the reallocation?
New.
New.
Oh.
Or that's, yeah, if they added new.
Because my personal is, I'm not really for the reallocation either. I am for the tax.
One other thing I will say comes into play is the new circuit breaker losses that everybody is going to be affected by, and the county will lose, I got it here. In the general fund alone, the county is going to lose about $90,000 in the general fund alone. So that makes the impact greater in the state's estimates. We don't know really what that is going to look like, but that's the state's estimate that the county's general fund, in totality, the county's going to lose $145,000 to their circuit breakers, which this year were only $16,000. So huge jump.
I've had my DLGF meeting, and the circuit breaker impacts Burlington Township also.
Yeah, everybody.
Certainly not to the extent that the county does. But having already had the meeting, and depends on what you decide to do. I mean, if you have the power to take it all, of what we have, that will impact Burlington Township, a total of about $160,000. And you have a way of getting that. I don't have a way of replacing that, just for that moment anyway.
Someone else?
Morgan Anderson, Deer Creek Township. Another thing to consider is with all the other cuts coming from everywhere, something that I'm looking at pretty pretty hard would be township assistance. With all the cuts to different funds and different programs, a lot of people are in my office quite a bit for different township assistance. I'm worried with the other cuts there will be more, so I'm trying to allocate more to township assistance, especially food. So that's another thing. If the LIT was to come out of township funds, it would probably directly take away from our citizens of each township, especially those in need of township assistance.
Thank you.
I'm not bashful. I want, please, people, if it impacts your entity, please let them know how that might affect you. One of the things that township government is dealing with and has been dealing with, in a sense, I've been doing this a little over 20 years now, and it seems like for 19 and of whatever number of years I've been doing it, they've been wanting to do away with township government. And I think we have a place, and I don't think you want to do what we do. Frankly, I don't think you can do it as well as we do it because of where we're at. There could be people that come along and could, but fearfully speaking, I'm fearful of what would happen to Burlington Township and Burlington area, the Burlington Library, the Burlington Park, Burlington Fire Department, if township government goes away. That's another subject, but it is impactful, and I only say that because of where I'm coming from. My next statement. One of the things that townships are dealing with that you're not dealing with, I don't believe, correct me if you're wrong, if I'm wrong, is that it seems like if the state government legislature cannot get us in the front door, they're going to try to get us in the back door. And right now, we're dealing with something called capital improvement plan. There's nothing wrong with having a plan. Everybody should have a plan and utilize it as well as they can. But what they're saying now is we do and this is due September 30th, a capital improvement plan from our unrestricted funds, which in our case primarily is rainy day in general. I'm not, at 15 minutes there's a podcast going on that I may plug into, but it is, I don't know whether that it deals with if park is a restricted or unrestricted. That's not your problem. Where I'm going with this is, once we have our plan in place, they're going to take a look at it and say, okay, you transfer 30% of your uncommitted funds to a transportation fund, which can go back to the county or town. You may not have heard that one.
It doesn't go to the county. It goes in, you still have it.
I still
And then
have
you
it,
have to agree to the road that they put it on. But yeah, he's correct.
but I have to set it aside.
Yeah, he has to set it aside and
And
then
so-
agree to the road that the highway might want to improve.
So just something that impacts, at least initially, the thinking about when somebody comes up with an agenda about reallocation. It gets our attention. So be aware, I want you to be aware of that, because then that takes it out of the things that we could possibly do, even though it may stay in the county, may stay on the road in front of my house. That wasn't what the funds were originally raised for.
Thank you.
Do you know what the projection would be that this could collect with?
The 0.2%, it would be $1,284,866 this year, would have been this year. Be the same that we're bringing in for the jail,
Just for the EMS tax?
just for EMX. 1,284,886.
So I mean, if you take the, let's say 1.3 rounding off, and add that to the amount that EMS is collecting over the last few years that we've taken averages, I mean, essentially what that would do is it would take the entire EMS budget out of the general fund.
That's correct.
So I mean, just to give you guys, I mean, county departments and stuff like that, I mean, it's going to impact you guys greatly. It might be an EMS tax, but it's giving us a lot of flexibility, and I mean, I know a lot of people want raises, stuff like that. I'm not saying it's anything promised, but it does give flexibility in the general fund to your departments. So.
And no, it can only be spent on the ambulance service. It can't be spent anywhere else. It can only be spent for their wages, their operations, new ambulances, medicines. It can't be spent elsewhere.
Just a point of clarification, Ray, are you talking about increasing property tax, or are you talking about this lit money?
Just it would be a lit public safety EMS tax. Yep.
But not reallocation.
Correct. That's
Yeah.
what I'm.
Yeah.
A little confused.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to speak for Brady either, or the rest of the council, but I'm not for reallocation either. I want it to be a new lit EMS tax.
They notified everybody because they really hadn't thought about it very much and wanted to make sure that they hit any deadlines.
I haven't had a reason to come before, this gave me a reason.
Good to see you.
Yeah, 'cause I'm kind of confused because I don't know why everybody's worried about reallocation.
Yeah,
She had
that's,
to advertise it both
We
ways.
had to
had to
advertise
do
it
it
that
both?
way. Yeah.
oh, okay.
Okay.
Like, that's where
Because
I was like,
think we
man, I
have
didn't think that was
even
the
talked
option we
about
were going for.
Anything of reallocation.
I missed that meeting last time.
Well, we did briefly. We didn't know for sure whether you wanted to increase or not, and that's when I said you have to, if you're going to consider reallocation, you have to notify the units by August
You
1st.
just covered our
Oh.
bases.
Yeah,
There's not, it's if or and, you can't do both,
they could do both, but
but you're only.
but they're only looking at EMS.
Yes.
Yes.
And, yeah. I mean,
There is another point that someplace along in the legislation, recent legislation, it said that on lit money, that it would be under the county's control, in that as trustees, we would have to come and request that.
That's in 28.
Pardon?
We'll adopt that in 27,
Right.
28 budgets, yes.
Right. And so that means we will probably be here on a regular basis then.
When you request it the first year, it will stay until there's a change. And
Okay.
if one township gets it, they all get it.
Interesting.
it's a-
Okay.
It's
There's-
not Burlington Township would come and ask, and
Okay.
another township wouldn't get it if it has to be a joint effort.
I'm going to trust you on that one. Okay.
I've been through this with the
That's good.
legislation a lot. It's,
I may become your next best friend.
okay. Beth's
So-
got my cell number.
All right. But it is important that, because I know you had to follow the regulations as far as publication, and that's the reason we're here. It got our attention.
Yep.
In the word reallocation, seems to me that it is taking out of this pot and putting it over in this pot, and this pot was where our money is for the moment. And having already met with the DLGF for 2026, and you start pulling from this pot to put over in this pot, then that leaves me in a quandary. I'm fortunate that over the 20 years I've been able to build up some revenue. Not everybody is as fortunate. But if you look at our financials, there's a reason that they're there. A fire truck won't be covered what I have in my fire fund now. Other things that are designated for those funds. So I guess I would ask that you proceed with caution and with clarity of mind on what decision you make and the impact that it makes out in the fringes. I appreciate, if there's anybody here, whether I'm sure there are, but I have people in my family is heavily involved in public service in regard to EMS and that type of thing. So there is an impact. I fully get that, but just proceed with caution and clarity of mind, please.
Marcia?
I'm Marcia Jura, Tupelo Township, Carroll County, and I'd like to ditto everything that Al is talking about today, because it will impact us as far as, the lit, they're taking away our lit, like he said, but we're also in the, getting the 30% taken for roads of all the unrestricted funds that we have. And so we're not even sure, over the course of time, how that's just going to deplete our funds that we can use. We might have this big, and I know it takes a lot to do a road, but it's just going to impact all that. And the townships do have, a lot of jobs to do that serve the community. And I realize the public safety is a big issue as well. I understand the EMS needs funded as well. So just hope you, consider all those things. Thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi, I'm Rachel Ashcraft, the director at the Flora Library. I just wanted to let you know that our lit and levy freeze amounts make up about 51% of our budget. So cutting them significantly could result in reduced hours or fewer programs and also possible closures going forward. And over the last 3 years, we've seen a lot of growth at the library. We've seen a 6% increase in visits, a 23% increase in our program attendance, and a 26% increase in our summer reading participation. So any sort of cuts that are significant could possibly reduce the growth that we've been seeing and impact our programming and our impact on the community.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Until I have fragmented thoughts. Levy freeze. Are we the only, it's my understanding, we are the only county in the state that has a levy freeze.
You're the only county that has not thawed for the levy freeze. There are 13 counties with levy freeze. They still collect that income and use it for their levy because that levy grew in the income taxes, not in the property taxes. So those 13 counties still collect levy freeze. It's just that's not where their levy grows now. It grows on property taxes instead of in the levy freeze.
Are we in good stead the way we do it here?
I think until this past legislation, it was the best way because it spread that growth, that annual growth, over everybody and not just that property owner. I'm not sure why and the sad thing is some of those counties that froze it now have this huge stabilization fund that they can't spend because it can only be spent for the levy. And their amount that they could collect is greater than what their levy freeze amount is, so they've got money sitting in a fund that they can't use. The levy freeze is going to be is a big issue with this new property tax change and this new income tax change. And what they're going to do, that's one of the things that the legislation did not address, is what they're going to do with the 13 counties that have levy over in income taxes and how they're going to get that shifted back.
The other confusing part, and I know this doesn't have to do with the reallocation, but we are told where we can put our lit.
That's correct.
For a long time, I needed some over here, and I need some over here, and then I got dinged. I said, now it goes into general.
It was a new interpretation.
And so, anyway, that has nothing to do with what you're doing here, but it is totally, done it 20 years and I still don't understand it, so.
1 minute left. Anybody else want to speak about this? So we're going to have our regular meeting at 10 o'clock. Welcome to stay or go, whatever you folks want to do.
You say you have a golf?
Conclude.
Sounds like it.
So we're going to conclude our meeting and start another one in 60 seconds. What? Motion to adjourn. Motion to adjourn. Thank you.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
You're welcome to contact
Passes, motion passes.
me. Not a problem. Sure.
Thank you, Al.
Thank you. Thank you. You're gonna stay live? Okay, that's good.
I didn't hear any objections to tax.
Well, I honestly was going to say the way they were talking.
I was surprised we were discussing valuation and all.
But after she said it was a waste of state here, they thought we were going to possibly do that. I'm like, no, I didn't think that's how the feeling was.
I'm with everybody else. I think you just.
Yeah,
You can give $100
like I said,
also within almost everywhere. Especially, I mean, you see the hit.
our budget would still be in our budget.
Even on the estimated levy versus certified.
Well, no, well, yes, because the money that we're, we allot.
The money,
We normally allot, there'll be so much
maybe we
less.
self-funded.
Yeah, basically, and the money we used to give them, we can give out to everybody else. And
Estimated levy of next year versus certified levy this year.
So it's going up.
We're talking around to it, everybody, and that barely hits the amount, 2.1 million, bring it back in.
So we
Still has money, so it's.
Yeah.
I mean, it's yeah, it's gonna.
Okay,
If we can get,
let's open the meeting for this month. Let's say our pledge allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, let's open up with Jackie because she's got to go to another meeting soon here.
So, the non-binding review that I gave you, this kind of shows, this is something you have to do at your August meeting under the statute. You don't have any jurisdiction. You can't make any changes. You just have to review it and then let the units know you did. If you look at the non-binding review, it's got the blue on the top, you can see the impact that those new credits are going to affect each of the units out there. They went from $280,000 in the current year to almost $700,000 in '26 of revenue that's going to be lost to those units of government. So you just need to review this. If you have any questions, then I could tell you what, as I said earlier, the county's is 144,000 from 16,000, but we'll get to that in budgets.
Where is that at, Jackie?
The county is not on there. This is
Oh,
just
okay.
the non-binding units, the ones that you have no jurisdiction over. Why you have to do it, I'm not sure, but they say you do, so. And then you'll need a motion to instruct that you've reviewed them, instruct the auditor to send a copy of this to each of those units.
Entertain a motion?
Motion to approve?
Second.
Cody, second. Any discussion? All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? Passes 7-0.
Huh?
I said I should have made copies and handed them out today.
Oh, I thought you had it.
Approval of regular minutes from July 24th.
Motion to approve?
Second.
Tracy and Taylor seconded. Any discussion? Seeing none. All those in favor of approval, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Passes 7-0. Transfers. Does anybody want to pull any of the transfers out of this list of transfers?
Motion to approve all transfers as listed.
Taylor, second by Brady Wiles. Any,
I just have a question on the investigation center, the 5400. Is that the investigation center out there?
Yes, the contract came up and they do not have anywhere to move evidence, a secure place for evidence and everything, so they thought that they would just go into another 1 year. And it's $800 a month plus utilities, but that would be, right now, is cheaper than trying to move them here, move them there, and Nick doesn't want his several times because of the, you know, get hurt. So that's what we're doing, and we're doing the transfer from an additional.
all those in favor of transfers? Aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? Passes 7-0.
I will also tell you, they put it in their team cap budget for next year, that it can be stopped in 30 days ahead of August date, September date, excuse me.
Regular meeting, review of financial reports. So our general fund has $8,900,000 roughly in it. Our rainy day fund has $2,759,000 in it. Our riverboat has $444,000 in it. My departments are all within line of where they should be. Angela, you want
Carroll Manor's doing okay. They're just,
Brady.
they're starting to use the money that the commissioners have for expenses now. She gave me a list of a whole bunch of expenses coming up, but they have to go to the commissioner first, so.
No, they do not. They're from her, and she needs to go on and just bring in the bills. That's what happened the last time. The bill was already submitted before she came to the commissioners anyway. So they told her she's the department head, she can file those claims.
Okay.
So Angie can make her understand this.
Yeah. So I can't.
Are you getting bills on time?
I'm not getting any bills. I mean, she might be turning them into the payables, but if you're saying outside billing, no. If I get one, I know she's getting it too because it's on the same email.
Okay.
But that's only one. I can forward it to you if you want me to. I didn't.
Yeah, that'd be good.
I will.
Thank you. Cody?
I believe all my departments are on track. We're doing all right.
All of my departments are good. I have the survey and clerk's office are gonna need some computer upgrades, and we'll discuss that.
Thank you.
Nothing new that from last month.
All good for me as well.
Mine are fine.
Thank you very much. So, auditors.
I emailed you the financials. I just wanted to know if you had any questions. As normal, you know, probably don't, but if you do, once you get them, you don't have to wait to the meeting, just give me a call. So there's no questions?
Okay.
I do have one more little thing. We've already done the finding numbers, but I just wanted to let you know on, like, the transfer station. We, received our recycling reimbursement, that we turn in for the grant to the Northwest Solid Waste District, $21,891, and it goes into the county general. But it should count as their revenue coming in.
Let's discuss the additionals that were advertised July 30th.
Can I sneak in
Go
hers?
ahead.
You will have to advertise for another public hearing on your EMS lit if you're gonna do something. My question is, if you're gonna do it for next year, we have not advertised for the budget process yet. We probably should go, if you think you're gonna pass it, we should go ahead and create a budget for it. And then we can remove it out of county general if you pass it, and advertise it both places, is my suggestion. But we obviously don't need to do the advertising until we're ready to adopt the tax. But I might suggest that you go ahead and advertise a budget as if we're going to adopt in the budget process, and then we don't have to additional all that money in January.
So we need a motion for that to create a budget.
I have a question.
Go ahead.
Yes.
So I was going to suggest start establishing a non-reverting fund for the revenue that's collected from EMS. Should that be a part of that, or?
It can.
Okay.
Yeah, if you want it, you would then want to pull the money out of county general, and you would pay from the EMS fund and the EMS lit, because only thing that can go in the EMS lit is in fact the income tax.
Okay.
But then you can have two EMS funds. One is the EMS fund, and one would be EMS lit, and that's what you would budget from.
Okay.
So what are you suggesting that we do next?
I think you should, I mean, I would recommend that you at least go ahead and advertise that, if that's the direction you think you want to go, and we can anticipate those revenues in there and adjust and allow for it here, because we have not advertised yet for our public hearing.
One thing we'll have to consider, and it might be a question for you too. I mean, it's going to take an entire year to seed that non-reverting fund for the EMS director, for the EMS service to operate out of that fund. So can that be seeded? Like, can we say, hey, we show they bring in 600,000 every year. Can we start that non-reverting fund with 600,000, or do we just budget the general fund the first year and wait?
I believe you probably could take the receipts, or even start now and start putting receipts in it.
Okay.
If you create the fund now, you could start putting the receipts in it instead of county general.
I'd like to do what Brady's talking. I'd like to see the funds start coming in right away and see what it's bringing in.
So we should.
I can tell you
act
what
on
it's
that.
bringing in. I mean, they'll get roughly $587,000 in it next year.
So we should
I
probably
think it
act
should be
on
pulled out.
establishing. Now that,
And you could start it effective September 1.
okay.
And any new revenues would go into that fund and not county
So
general.
do we have to advertise that we're establishing a
No.
new fund, or?
No. The only thing we have to advertise is the new lit rate.
Okay. So I can make a motion to establish an EMS non-reverting fund. Okay, so I'll move that we establish an EMS non-reverting fund, and starting September 1st, all revenue would go into the new established fund instead of the general fund.
I'll second it.
Okay.
And then at your next meeting, you'll have it,
Yeah.
at your next
Don't
meeting.
talk fast.
So
It's
I
been
would move
recorded.
to establish an EMS non-reverting fund for the purpose to operate the EMS system. And starting September 1st, all revenue from billing would be placed in that newly established fund. Okay, thank you.
And I second it.
And then at your next meeting, you could sign an ordinance to that effect. You'll
Advertise.
No, I think we just have to
Okay,
sign the
so
ordinance.
let's vote on the motion that's been put forward. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes 7-0.
And now we need a motion to
Now, I was gonna say,
advertise.
we need a second motion, correct?
Yes.
Or a second? Yeah.
Well,
Advertising the budget.
I don't know that you have to have a motion for that. You can just advertise it the way you want it to be. And then when you adopt, you'll adopt it either in county general or where it's sitting right now. We'll leave it there for advertising purposes, but you'll adopt it in the one you want. We can put the very same thing in those two reverting funds. We'll know what, we know we're gonna get $587,000 or thereabouts, so we can budget $500,000 in that fund next year, and then the remainder of the budget in lit EMS, and that 500,000 could be for specific things, so that it's not cross, and the EMS director will know which fund he is pulling that out of.
So,
So we just need a consensus to advertise.
and then,
Yeah.
Do we need a motion for a new fund?
Pardon?
Do we need a motion for a new
No.
fund? No?
No.
Just
No,
a
'cause
consensus?
Brady just.
When you adopt the lit, the statute
Yeah,
requires
budget.
it to go in
Got
the
it.
fund, and when the statute requires it, then you don't have to do one.
and unfortunately, Doug's gonna have to completely redo his budget, right?
Well, I would just take the budget and split it between the two.
Okay. I can,
Budget that he currently has and split it between the two,
and I can help with that, I'm
yeah.
familiar with that.
I would, if there's big expenses like group medical insurance, workers' comp, those high dollar things, put it out of that 500,000
Okay.
and put the normal operations, salaries and everything else over in the lit money.
Okay.
we need to talk about adoption of the lit. Can't we do that?
So we already established the non-reverting fund. Okay, so then he's gonna make a budget. I'm going on vacation next Friday.
Mhm.
I need you both to come in on sometime next week and let's get this done.
Okay.
Because I have to have the budgets done and ready to her. She's got a form she has to fill out, and then we also have to advertise. So, and the books need to be done by the September 18th. That's not a problem, they're almost finished anyway, so. I need to meet with you guys just to get it done. Is that okay?
Sure.
What day you wanna do it then?
I'm free tomorrow or Tuesday.
Not tomorrow.
Okay.
Sorry.
Tuesday.
Tuesday.
Tuesday is what, August the 19th?
Wait.
That okay?
Wednesday. What about, Doug, are you available Wednesday?
Yep.
Okay, 20th?
Yeah.
Before noon.
20th?
10.
I could do, can you go earlier?
This isn't gonna take just 10
Nine.
minutes, guys.
9. Oh,
Okay,
10 minutes?
No,
Oh,
it's
yeah.
not
No,
gonna
it's
take
not
10 minutes.
gonna take 10 minutes.
Can you do 9?
9 o'clock on August 20th,
Yeah.
is that right?
Yep.
So it seems to me that we need to adopt the lit.
We'll have to
make a-
advertise
Advertise it first.
that for,
That's what we're doing, the consensus to advertise.
yeah.
Consensus to advertise, we've got that.
So we're set.
So it's
So next month.
next month, at next month's meeting.
At our normal meeting?
At our normal meeting next
Gotta
month.
talk about October.
Do we need?
Oh, okay.
No, it's by
No,
consensus.
It's all good.
Consensus, I got that.
Okay. So is that a
And
meeting
speaking
before
of
the meeting?
next
or-
month's meeting.
Okay.
So
So
it will
public
be-
hearing,
So-
again, on the tax.
How
and
long
the
do you
rate
think we
that-
need for that?
Not long.
I don't
15,
think,
5 minutes? Okay,
At
It will be
max.
here under additionals to be advertised, that's where we're going
Okay.
to add it to.
okay.
Unless you think people are gonna come in and oppose it.
I don't.
We just had that.
Well,
Well,
but these
No,
were the
that was
people
a
that were
discussion.
reallocating, these.
they were scared of
These weren't
reallocation,
here
not.
for a new
Yeah.
tax.
Let's give it 10 minutes.
Wait a minute, no, that's not where it's gonna be. We're
Don't you have to
advertising
change
for-
next month's meeting?
No.
Supposed to be on the 18th.
How much? We don't have any amount, do we?
We're we'll advertise at the max and they can set it what they want.
Okay,
You advertise one thing and then you can set it where you want.
good.
But that's not the tax, it's just the,
Yes, that's the
Yes,
lit
that's
tax.
the lit EMS tax.
We'll do a public hearing before the September meeting.
And then we'll adopt, well, then we'll vote on to adopt it or not.
Will you be back in time to get it ready to advertise on the 8th of September? What do you mean?
So, are you,
I'm looking. No, I won't. By September 8th? I will be back to work on the 2nd, because we have Labor
Well,
Day.
then let's do it at the October meeting.
Okay.
It doesn't matter when we do it.
as long as it's done by October
As long as it's
31st?
done by the 31st of October.
Okay.
Because you really need that much time, because you're.
Well, the newspaper
Well, the
requires time to
newspaper,
get it there.
well, I would have to have it on there
It's fine.
on the 5th, but it won't be advertised till the 10th, and you meet on the 18th, and that's not 10 days ahead.
So we need to do it in the October.
October meeting, but
Okay.
on the October meeting, you guys said, we need to, are we done talking about this one? First,
He is drafting that ordinance.
he's gonna
Right,
draft
okay.
the ordinance for September 18th, and he's also gonna do me a public, an advertisement.
On the lit, there's a template out on the DLGF website that can be used.
So if we pass the tax, it will be in the October meeting. Okay.
They like to review it beforehand, the template. I can send it to you if you like. I'll get your email from Beth.
Okay, so when we were setting October budgets, and we set all the dates for the department heads to come in, and then, and then you're gonna work on them. But the October meeting, you moved it up from the 16th to the 23rd. Jackie and I will be at conference. I thought you were going by her list that she gave you that said she can't be here, so I didn't. My bad, I didn't really pay attention. So we need to move that date, and we can't move it up.
And the reason we
We're
did,
gonna have to move it down.
the reason we did that is because we did the department heads with the regular council meeting.
Right, we always have.
So does everybody have the 30th to move that to the 30th, October 30th?
Yeah, do the 30th.
You better have a quorum.
I mean, she
Gotta
said
be
we
sure
can't
you
move
got
it
a
up.
quorum.
She
We'll go
just
back.
said we can't move it up, so the next.
You gone
week is
Thursday,
30th,
Friday?
Right? That's what you said.
I said you can't go, take it back to the 16th, but you can't, what I'm trying to say is, you've got several days. You probably should do it at the first week, it doesn't have to be that
So
Thursday.
you want to split off the council meeting from the department head meeting then?
No, all of those should be moved back. It's really the adoption and everything.
Should do
The
the
department
30th. Should
heads
do the
are
30th.
only gonna come in for you to tell them, or answer questions why you gave them a raise, or why you didn't give them a raise, or whatever. That's all that department head meeting is.
Okay.
So when do you want to have it?
So October 30th?
I mean, you only have 7 days to choose from, so
What day are the department head meetings and your work sessions?
October 7th is the department heads, the budgets is 8th, 9th, 10th, and then possibly finish on the 14th. And
It
then she
shouldn't-
needed time.
It sure shouldn't take that long.
She needed that week to get the paperwork and
We
that
have
stuff done.
New bloods here.
Yeah, our budget could be very lengthy this year because we have
Well, I
4 new
mean, we
ones.
just wanna let them know what's going on,
And let them learn
learn it,
yeah.
right?
You said you guys are out the 23rd.
I'm out that week.
I'm out the 23rd as well. So
What about
again,
the 22nd?
We're going that whole week.
Oh, I'm sorry. So
So
you have to go to that
the
next week?
27th, 28th, or 29th, or 30th. It has to be
30th.
turned in the 31st.
So she wants a couple days. So 27th or 28th?
You're not living on the edge, you're taking up too much space.
I won't be back in available till the 29th.
About 29th.
29.
I don't do it every year.
29th.
29.
29th?
Yeah, I get back the 28th. If we can do the 29th, that'd be awesome.
What about you? Okay, 29th.
29.
So it is the department head and the regular month council meeting.
You need a motion?
Wait, instead of what date is that replacing?
23rd.
Thank you.
And what is start time?
10 minutes.
9?
9:50?
No.
9:45.
Or 9, what time? How much time do you
Yeah,
have?
9:45 for your public hearing
This
and then
is
10
what we
o'clock for
had
your regular
down.
meeting.
We had at 9:30, we met with the department heads.
Yeah.
to
You
tell
gotta
them
give them a
the
half
9:30.
hour.
Okay.
And then we had the adoption at 10 a.m., and then the regular meeting is at 10:10.
So I'll make a motion that we,
Do the same except for do the 29th?
yes, change the date from the 23rd to the 29th.
We have to add a public hearing in there.
And then public hearing, but we could do that,
We can do the public hearing at 10:10 and then,
yeah.
Yep, just be a long day. So-
What?
and-
October 23rd.
No, the public hearing should be quick.
29th.
29.
Second.
Yep.
Motion and a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Passes 7-0.
I'm gonna write that out and send it to you guys and see
Please do.
if this is what you decided, okay?
Okay, 29th.
And budget's 7 through the 10.
And I would like to suggest next year that something needs to be done in September, so not everything is done in October.
We tried.
Yeah,
We
tried.
didn't try hard
Yeah.
enough.
Yes, we did. Everybody was taking time off because we kept asking, are you okay with this? Are you okay with that?
Always wait till the last minute.
The whole, yeah, we tried.
Yes, we did.
We sat here and tried because I was free the whole time.
I
And
was
it,
too.
and so
A lot of people were.
we just,
So the additionals advertised on July 30th. Let's go with item by item, jail utilities, $66,000.
Thank you, Jackie.
Thank you.
Tony,
good morning.
Good morning.
except
So
for-
of course, this is a new jail issue. We increased utilities 35%, not knowing what we were going to need. It's a lot more. The 66,000 is what it needs to get to the end of the year. So basically, just so you guys see where I'm getting my numbers from, it's basically 13,280 a month in utilities.
You had 13 something.
13,280 a
I'm
month.
assuming you don't see that changing now.
No.
You're settled in, it's gonna
Yeah.
maintain that. Okay.
Yep. Well, the only hope is we have our maintenance guy now.
Yeah.
And he's going through, so what, just so we're all, I nearly threw up when I started getting our utility bill, our electric bill's the big one. I've had our EMC back out there to make sure the meters are right. I've had Houston Electric come back out and verify everything, but the new maintenance guy is going through a lot of the systems, seeing if he can tweak things. So even if it does get tweaked, it's not going to impact a lot because everything's LED, high efficiency as it is.
Motion to approve.
The,
I'll say,
just the 66 for the jail.
Yeah.
Okay. Angie's seconding that, okay.
all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Passes 7-0.
And just a real quick planting the seed. I talked to the commissioners, we're having a flooding issue out at the new jail. And it's basically due to inmates putting things down the toilets to intentionally back the sewage up. And due to the value engineering, I think is what we called it, we have no means of stopping that from happening. So we're working on getting estimates for a grinder. So when stuff comes down like a blanket or towels, that it'll chew that stuff up. I don't have those quotes yet. And just so you know, literally myself and the jail commander and now the maintenance guy are out there scooping feces to keep the place from flooding, at least on a minimum of a weekly basis. But we looked up the grinder cost online, and it's like $62,000. So that's not installed or anything like that. But I just wanted to plant that seed and say, have a good day.
All right, we're gonna do a lights out there, like she was saying.
Automatic lights.
An hour a day, shut everything down.
Okay, clerk computer equipment, $3650.
Sharon? Sure.
This is not an option. After a certain date, the computers in my office, 3 out of the 4, will not function.
Is your budget used up, though? Don't you have somewhere you could transfer this?
I have a little bit of money in postage that I've transferred some money to cover an office expenses. I do not have 36. This was something that I didn't even know was coming up. This was something Randy approached us with. It's not anything I have any control over. My computer was replaced last year.
I'm just asking about if you have somewhere to transfer.
I have no place to transfer $3,600 unless you're taking it out of someone's salary. And like I said, this was brought to my attention, I believe, in July. Beth, do you remember? June or July?
Yeah, probably.
How many computers is it?
3. We have 4 additional computers, but they don't run on any programs that won't be supported. So we're not replacing those. It's just my my employees' computers. That, again, had I known this was going to be coming down, I would have added it to my budget. But I was literally told June or July that Microsoft is no longer supporting the system. And
motion to approve 36.
Second.
Got a motion and a second. All those in favor say aye.
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 Passes 7-0. ARPA for the coroner building.
Taylor.
So this is listed 3 times. or
Hold up,
2
hold up,
times.
hold up.
Actually, 4 times.
4.
Um,
Go ahead.
The coroner building, we received a bill that had the architect amount on it. But before that, I was told it was gonna be $12,000. It's a little bit more, but the commissioners can handle it out of their budget somewhere.
Okay.
It's not up to 13,000. So this is part of what we thought could come out of the ARPA interest or rainy day. They asked for both of those to be advertised for the $12,000.
Do you have a preference?
No.
Okay.
Also, the other, I'm just gonna go down, the other one is for the $150,000 that we are anticipating. You don't have to have a contract yet, because this is interest money out of ARPA. If it was, we can't allocate anything else out of ARPA, and I've got paperwork here I want to show to you, that you could handle it out of ARPA interest, or you can also put it in rainy day, whichever you'd like.
We discussed this last month, and
We
that's
did.
why we were gonna have it advertised this way, and then she was supposed to get the numbers from the interest and
And if you
to
guys
decide where it
want-
was coming from.
So we should choose.
But ARPA makes sense.
I
Yes.
would say
Okay.
ARPA.
I'm gonna just explain it real quick.
Do it.
In our, which you can have a copy of this, what is allocated is 1.278548
Okay.
out of ARPA.
Yep.
Those can't be changed.
Right. What's
The
left?
current fund is 1.501386.
So we have like just
Then
shy
I
of
got
300,000 left?
It's like 222.
222, okay.
But that doesn't include July's interest. The fund register shows that we collected up through June, 199,000, so we have the 150
And the 12.
and the 12.
Okay.
So
Do we need a
we
motion?
can get rid of
Yeah.
our ARPA stuff.
Okay.
I'll make a,
mo-
go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, you go ahead. Do both of them though. I was gonna do both of them.
Okay. I make a motion that we pay both of the corner building out of the ARPA interest account.
I'll second it.
Okay.
Yes.
Both.
Motion, second by Sherry. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Passes 7-0.
And while we're on there, can I just throw something else out
Yeah.
about this ARPA? I would like to ask that the treasurer start not putting the interest in here anymore. general, and that way we know. Because this, we have to appropriate every time to spend it.
Oh,
This could help our budgets.
okay.
I mean, and maybe take what else is left and put it,
So do we need a motion to,
Because the interest can be spent on anything.
yes. Because we don't have to appropriate it, or we can't allocate it. We can allocate it, but it's not going towards the ARPA person.
So the ARPA funds have to be spent by what, 2026 or end of
What's left down
2025?
here.
December 30, I think December 31,
That's my
right?
next question. What's the balance in the ARPA?
I just told you.
Is that what the numbers were right here?
Yeah.
1.2?
But if you look back, this is what's been allocated on the budget status. Grab one.
So do we need a
So would the
motion for
interest be
those?
in its own line
No,
though?
I just want you to think about that first, not just do it.
Would the interest be in its own line to still see what we're getting interest?
Not if you put it in the general fund.
Or are you just gonna throw it in the general fund?
Thrown it. We could make a line that says interest at ARPA, so you could see.
I would
We
like,
could do that.
I would like to
But
see.
why don't you wait and decide in session? How everybody's thinking.
Okay.
I just wanted to throw that out. And I haven't even talked to Melinda yet about it, so.
Okay, county general surveyor, computer, 1,400.
If I could talk on both of these, he's the same way as the clerk, and these should be the last two.
Okay.
Well, I put one in for Carroll Manor because Randy came up and told me that Carroll Manor has the oldest computer that.
Is known to man? Just kidding.
Does she use it?
Yeah, she does.
Yeah,
Okay.
and we just gave her some information on some forms that we sent that she could open without the PDF, so she can get her reports to us.
Motion
the other-
to-
Oh, I'm sorry. And the other thing too is they're going to put in QCAP budget, a 3 to 5 year plan. And then Randy talked to me about it, and we kind of decided it was a good thing, because we need a new server. So for 5 years, we want to put $30,000 in, and what is not spent could be encumbered, or it could also just go back to QCAP.
Okay.
And that would be for computers, dash equipment that he could spend that we need. Like this problem would have not come up.
Right.
And then the 5th year, another server, because we're going to have to get a server this year. So.
Okay.
Whose budget will this be in?
Commissioner, or
Commissioner?
QCAP, I'm sorry.
QCAP.
Cap. Okay.
Sound good or no?
Yep, sounds good.
Yeah, because it'll stop all these.
Yeah.
Motion to approve surveyor computer and Carroll Manor computer.
Second.
Motion and second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Passes 7-0.
Guys.
Additionals to be advertised.
I just have a question. What's going on with the elevator now?
Oh, well, yeah, he's here. I thought he wasn't here. I was going to call him.
Use that thing.
So with the elevator,
It is.
it was approved for the elevator, phase 3 mod. Then the problem is that the jack broke. So the funds that were allocated for the modernization out of the elevator for QCAP was utilized for the jack repair, which was a little over $60,000 just for fixing the jack. So then they didn't have the parts ready, and it was at the end of 24. They just contacted me not too long ago saying that they had parts and stuff for the phase 3 mod, which is the new controller, cab stuff, and everything else. And the
Was
remaining,
that budgeted for?
it was budgeted, but it was not encumbered from the 24 to 25, and it was the $27,067.
You know what I'd like to see? I'd like to see how much you got money in that elevator the last 5 years. When it first started breaking, and I said, have we ever costed out anyway?
This is the same amount of money. It's just that he didn't encumber it, we did not encumber it. So, I told him he had to start over because that's the only thing we could do. Because I can't encumber it now, it's August. And so we had to, we're gonna advertise it so he can finish that out.
Okay.
Money went back into QCAP.
Okay.
I'd like to see a new elevator down the line. That thing is so scary.
It is making.
I am-
asked for estimates, I think.
I am
4 or
so
5 years ago,
claustrophobic. I won't even get in that
Because
thing.
they
It
kept
makes
pumping
too many noise.
$60,000, $120,000.
Yeah.
And I'm like, is anybody gonna look at a new one? And they didn't.
Yeah, we definitely need to look into that.
Okay.
I don't know, maybe there's a grant out there or something we can get for ADA regulations or something.
Okay.
I think the problem also was the spacing.
Yeah, you can't, there's, modern elevators are a lot bigger with the cabs, and there's no room in that shaft where they built that, because it used to be an old hoist elevator. There's no more room to expand to actually put a bigger elevator in.
Well, let's look at an escalator.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
Should we do this by consensus?
Yeah.
So
Additional,
is it a
additional
consensus?
to be advertised just by consensus.
Yeah, advertising by consensus, let's do that. Okay. Any other agenda to be discussed, anybody?
I'll make a motion that we adjourn.
Oh, public comment?
Melinda?
So on the ARPA fund, I didn't hear very well all of the conversation.
I'm gonna talk to you about it.
Okay,
We didn't make a decision. She's gonna talk to you first.
I was,
all right.
said I was gonna talk to you. I hadn't got to you yet.
Okay, I couldn't hear everything. Thanks.
All those in favor of adjourning?
We didn't get a second, did we?
I'll second it.
Okay, now we can vote.
Okay, Nancy seconded. All those in favor of adjourning?
Aye.
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 Did somebody second?
So moved.
All right.
Okay, of course you did.
We'll start talking crap. Better shut that off.
We are still live.
Yes.
Shut that thing off.
Yeah, get that shut down, Beth.
5 more seconds, we start talking about it bad about each other.